this bill to the House.
Good speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Call Dr. Kennedy Graham.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to confirm that the Green Party will support this bill, private member's bill, but only through a spasm of exasperation with the increasing tendency on the part of government members such as Mr. Goldsmith for putting this kind of bill in the form of a member's bill into the ballot. And had it been a personal vote, I might be saying entirely different things. I do see from the first reading, when it was initiated by Mr. Goldsmith back, was it in November, where he asked rhetorically, why is this bill important? And he said, well, on its own, he allowed, this bill is not going to bring about the brighter future to which we all aspire and to which this government is so committed. But, he adds, endearingly, it is a small and useful addition to the latter's work. I can only admire the gravitas and insight that buttresses those comments back in November, and I think the House is now well informed with that insight, and we can proceed very quickly to dispatch this bill to the Select Committee, if not to the void. The essential provision, as he has drafted it with his own pen, is Clause 5, which says contract formation. An offer that can be accepted by electronic communication is deemed to be accepted at the time of receipt of the acceptance by the offeror. And the difficulty, I think it has not gone unnoticed, the difficulty is that there is no definition of the act of receipt. Somehow this got through the parliamentary drafting process. I invite the author of the bill to return at the end of tonight's session to his office and send an email to me as a parliamentary colleague on any subject that he wishes. And then he could telephone me at 7:45 tomorrow morning and ask to me, he could say, have you received my email? And I can be sitting there at my office in front of my computer, and I can say to him yes and no. Yes, I have received an email from Paul Goldsmith. I see it here in my inbox. No, I have not clicked into it. Yes, I see the contents of the email in the window panel to the right. No, I have not clicked into it. How are we going to resolve this issue? Perhaps when it goes into the Select Committee and wise minds attend to it, but there may be no indication that I have, or I may choose not to, and so I could leave it there for 6 months. And he could ring me at 7:45 every morning, and we could go through this routine. We could, let us pray that the Select Committee, led by the author, with his diligence and skill, will add perhaps the following. Subclause B, receipt of the electronic communication specified in subsection A must be signified by a return of electronic communication to the offeree. Subsection C, receipt of the electronic communication by the offeree specified in subsection B must be signified by a return electronic communication to the offeror. And at some stage, when the division bells ring, that would be the receipt of the email. There's a little bit of work to be done on this bill, and we will go in and treat it very positively in the Select Committee and in the second reading.
Mr. Speaker.
I call Paul Goldsmith 5 minutes and reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it does fill me with